man. We're here in Kernersville doing the state championship here. North Carolina State Championship criteriums, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Regionals.
Well,
is that
if you're the fastest here, you're the fastest in the state. That's how it goes. Anyway, yeah, Spencer's ready to rock and roll, man. Look at that.
Yeah,
he's hungry. I think they said,
fellas,
what's up, man? You ready to do this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, man. I got more water if you can get refills.
Can I get a?
So that you can go all the way through.
Just keep your handlebars ahead of the guy next to you and make sure that you own that corner. It's fine. But we'll have to make sure that we're pushing some speed through and be in the front.
But even coming into that hill, you can't be like trying too hard coming in because you have to have enough to finish.
Yeah, no, I don't think you can start at the bottom of the hill. Like, you got to really hold it to about halfway up and then start really pushing down.
But like coming into that.
Riders ready? Go!
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another race analysis presented by Newtype Cycling. It's been a long time since we've done a video, but we're back, and this is the Carolina Regionals. We've got Bryce in the studio with us today.
How's it going, guys?
All right, guys. Today is super cool. We've got 3 riders with us. We are rocking the teal kits. Like we just mentioned, we've got Bryce, Jason, and Spencer on today. 3 riders. This is the Cat
4
race. Thank you for clarifying. For regionals, they just do one standalone cat for each race, so it's pretty nice. The goal today is to win.
Yeah, is to be the regional champion. North and South Carolina come together, and they do a single race for the both of them.
Yeah, we are just south of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You guys have seen this course before, but it's slightly altered, and we're at Herbalife. So you guys are super familiar, but for regionals, they do this cool little dog leg if you look up the track map and stuff like that. Also, check out the wind direction for today. Bryce is currently in a headwind, and now he comes over into a crosswind. But Bryce, we're jumping ahead a few minutes in, only a couple laps, and what was your plan today? I know there's going to be a couple flyers and a couple breakaways, but what was your plan going into the race?
Yeah, so for this race, I spoke to Jonathan, who is on the front, I believe, at this current time, and I did a breakaway with him in the past, so I knew that that's his MO. That was Jonathan right there on the front. So that's what he's going to want to do. So I was interested in it. He just likes to go early, and so I wasn't interested in it too early. So I wanted to sit in and then maybe do that later. So I was looking to do a breakaway. I had had some success in the past. It's definitely not a group sprinter. So I was looking to do something along those lines, maybe like a third into or 2/3 into the race. So that's what my strategy was for the day.
Cool. And yeah, so if you look ahead, yeah, Jonathan, he's already off the front, and I believe there's another rider with him in Bryce. You start making your way towards the front, and you start bringing these guys back all by yourself. You can see them just to the left right there making the U-turn. But we've got Jason and Spencer on this race with us today. I think you pump out like 1,000 watts right here, and you set the tone. You start chasing these guys, and you do it for a full lap. You were holding like 400 or 500 watts for this entire lap to bring these dudes back early on. I mean, it's 7 minutes in. Like, you don't want anything to get away. And yeah, boom, there you go right there. We skipped ahead. You caught him and doing a great job. Immediately just filing in and pulling off to the side as well to get back into the draft. Let some other guys do some work. So, yeah,
I mean, I'd love to say that 500 watts for a whole lap is easy and not a big deal. But yeah, my heart rate was high, and Jonathan's very strong, so I needed to take that as serious. I didn't want him to lap the field or get a serious gap, so I did what I needed to do to bring that back together. But yeah, I needed to recover after that effort.
Cool. Jumping ahead, 12 minutes in, if you look straight ahead, Jason is moving up on the left right here. Bryce had just got done coaxing Jason into doing a flyer for him. Jason and Spencer are here today to kind of support Bryce and also to get a good finish overall, but they're here to block, to do some team tactics. Even though it's a Cat 4 crit and you don't see a lot of that, we're essentially the biggest team out there with 3 riders today. So Jason's doing his job right now, just got to the front. Bryce, you're laying it back a little bit. What are you trying to do right here?
Yeah, so I sent Jason off the front to do a little bit of a flyer to string out the field. The group had been slowing down, so we needed to ramp that back up. So if there was a counterattack, once again, with Jonathan, I really wanted to make sure that it was hard for him to get away. So he was definitely a marked rider in this situation. So what I wanted to do was have Jason go off the front. And then what I'm doing right now is taking a little bit of a wide line, which probably a little bit is quite inefficient. However, once they gobble him back up, I'm going to send my flyer off right now. So that way we can do an attack, counterattack, and just good tactics to hurt the field and make anyone who's thinking about doing a breakaway think about it a little bit less, so they stay in. Recover a little bit. They need to recover a little bit more. So this isn't a serious effort. It's more just making everyone try a little bit harder.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, that attack didn't really go anywhere. You've got Nick Nash right in front of you. He's a Charlotte local now. We ride with him all the time. Newsflash, coming for next year, he's actually going to be riding with us on our team, just like Jonathan is. So we'll see more of both of them a little bit later. And we're stoked to have them on for next year. But we've got a counterattack from Pink Jersey. I'm going to call him Pink Jersey. He's got like green bibs. We'll call him Pink Jersey for this video. He just punched out a huge attack. I think I just saw you throw out 1,000 watts right there to go around Nick and to make sure this guy doesn't get away.
Yeah, so clearly outside of riders that have already marked, I know that Jonathan's going to be a breakaway guy. There's always the opportunity for other riders that need to be marked as well. So this was definitely another one of those riders. He just looked like he knew what he was doing. I honestly, shaved legs is another big call out for me. So I saw that and I was like, oh, we got to take that into consideration. And he did a solid attack, and now he's kind of soft pedaling. But you'll see when we do this U-turn, it really is a great opportunity to create some additional stress on the peloton, because people aren't going to take this corner well. They're not going to take it as wide or as straight as possible. So this is an opportunity for us to really put additional strain on it. And once again, we just ramp it back up and string out the field.
Got another 1,000 watts.
Yeah. And unfortunately, though, after Jason just did his attack, that just puts a lot of strain on him. So I think at this point we did lose Jason just because of all that surging.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And put in this effort by the Pink, and then Jonathan is actually on your guys' wheel, kind of been drafting the whole time, and he's actually going to come around you guys for another flyer, another attempt for a breakaway. And you do a great job right there by calling it out, pushing out another 1,000-watt effort to make sure Jonathan does not get away. So super good communication on you, making Pink do most of the work to close it down, and you're just kind of staying on a wheel, drafting as much as you can. So super good. Pushing ahead, 20 minutes in, guys. So we're getting close to the end here. It's only a 30-minute crit today. It's fast. This race is going to be fast. It's short. People's fitness is up. It's coming towards the end of the season, and the psych is high. So Jason, we've already clarified, Jason is gone. You're down to one other teammate, Spencer. Spencer has been on and off the front slightly throughout this little dead space we've had in time. There's not been that many new takers on the front, and that's something I noticed, like filming you guys from the side, is a couple guys just did a great job by staying in the peloton and never sticking their nose out into the wind. But what time is it? 10 minutes to go. It's time for an attack. Here comes Pink again with another big digger. Not as strong as it was earlier, so that's kind of a sign for me that, hey, he's definitely getting a little tired, but you do a great job just falling back in.
Yeah, and I knew this blue pants rider wasn't necessarily a marked rider, because I saw that he was quite fatigued after his first breakaway with Jonathan. But after that, I knew that he definitely was going to be, had some power. So he was more than capable of bringing that back without having any issues. So I saw that. Also, he was a real nice draft, so why not?
For sure. 2 to go, guys. We got an attack up here on the inside corner. And sure enough, 2 to go, there's always going to be somebody to test the waters here. Nick is right in front of you. He does a great job of putting some effort down. I think you just did you put another 1,000 right there again? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, these guys are rolling.
Right there, B, right there.
You're in great position so far, but these laps are long, man. It's tough.
Yeah, honestly, I think I was a little bit too far forward coming into the bell lap, because, this guy just did his flyer, and now it's Nick on the front, and then I'm behind Nick. And Nick shouldn't have to pull for the entire lap if he wants his winning victory.
Yeah, I agree. You're a little too far ahead. That guy's flyer who just pulled off wasn't as strong as we would hoped it to be. You actually, I think coming out of this turn, though, the field gets a little bottled up, and you guys get a little bit of a gap, and you do a good job trying to get back on Nick's wheel right here.
Yeah, so with that being said, I know that, it's Cat 4, so if I can coerce anyone on the front to continue to do an effort and string out the field, it's going to make those last lap, a little bit too, 100-meter efforts before the end of the lap or the end of the race. It's going to dampen those a little bit more and just make them a little bit harder. So I tried it, didn't happen. We got gobbled up real quick because it's the last lap of regionals, and now we're going into what seems to be a group sprint.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate what I said earlier is there's a couple riders that I noticed that never stuck their nose out into the wind, and this guy right here on Bryce's right, all black skin suit, was one of those riders, bronze bike, and sure enough, last lap, where is he at? He's on the front, putting in work, getting right by P2. This section is super fast. You guys know when we do this normal course, right here, you have to be ready to sprint at any moment because you want to be first into this last corner.
Yep, and
you're Bryce. What are you doing?
I'm not first out of this corner. It seems as though Nick didn't have the power to close that gap, so it was on my hands. It was a solid lead out for the two on the front. So
I saw 1,100 watts. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm doing everything I can to get back up to that wheel. It seems like first place is getting a little bit more separation. I take the worst line out of that, and hopefully we'll get a good view of it. I try to get on the inside, which is the clearly the race line, but my bars were not in front of his bars, so
oh my gosh.
I had to grab brakes, and then kind of recollect myself, and then sprint through this past that second guy who did the lead out, and then
dude,
got second place.
Man, that was sick though. Newsflash for regionals. You ended up, even for the race, you got second place prize money, but for regionals, you actually got first. The dude who won in that black and bronze bike, he was actually from another state, so technically you got the regionals medal, which was sick. We'll put a photo up for you guys. Dang, dude, you're coming on hot at the end of the season, man. Psych is high.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever been so disappointed with the second place. I really wanted to win this. I had identified it as an A race pretty early, and I really wanted to do well, but unfortunately it seems as though it just wasn't the situation I was going to get. So great to be able to get that first place for the region, given that technicality. But outside of that,
is what it is, man. Well, we're psyched for you either way. I know you catted up right after this race, and you're a Cat 3 now, so we'll be stoked to have you race with me, Jake, and a couple other guys in some Cat 3 races next year. The crit season is winding down for us here in the Carolinas. I know you guys just did Winston-Salem Criterium, which was super rainy. It was like a typhoon out there.
It was moist.
Unfortunately, since it was raining so bad, all the footage that we got is pretty botched. But Bryce ended up getting second at that race, and then Jonathan, who had recently joined the team, he got first in his category as well. So we're coming on strong. It's a fun time. We're stoked to put out we have a couple more videos we can put out during the winter and stuff like that for you guys to watch. But other than that, appreciate you watching. Catch you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.